Hi, and welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and you guys are gonna have to bear with me on this happy hour. I know it's a little late. We had one of the most incredible days. I have to tell you that when I am the dumbest girl in the room, I'm the happiest girl in the room because I'm learning stuff. And today, my friend Ken, my hippie cowboy friend, took me to meet one of the most amazing men who was probably only outshined by his amazing wife that he was gushing over about how brilliant she was and telling me all the things that she invented and created, and then her kind heart and her humbleness. She came in and met us. Anyway, I got to tell you guys all about this. So grab a drink, join us, and thanks for waiting on us. I appreciate you all. I love our community, and I can't wait to tell you more about what this amazing group of people, they are patriots, they are warriors for health and wellness and truth. And we're going to be introducing them to the community as well. So be right back with my buddy Westwood. Give us a like, share, and get this truth out there. Sorry, I'm struggling. I'm a little
on the struggle bus.
I'm a little on the struggle bus. I am in my head. My friend, my hippie cowboy buddy, Ken, and I took a road trip down to Dallas. We did not turn the radio on because we were just talking the whole way down there, the whole way back. And my brain is going 90 to nothing, processing all this information that we took in on the trip, on the way down there and back. And I'm really excited too, because my friend Ken is telling me how he's like, of course, he's very frustrated because he has learned about the Khazarian mafia, the Ashkenazi Jews. He's very upset. And I am just really excited about him. And so people are learning more and more about what's been going on in the past. And I think it's really an exciting time in our country right now. So there's a lot of current events that are happening. I sent you a little list of just what I was, like I said, we weren't listening to the radio, but I did listen to the radio from his house to home, which was about a 30, 45-minute drive. So I picked up on a couple things. I'm curious if you can help me unpack a couple things. I'm kind of all over the place right now. So I really need, first of all, cheers. Cheers.
What
to
you
our
drinking,
friends
Lisa? What
and
you drinking
family.
tonight?
I'm not sure because Charlie had it ready for me when I got here because I was running so behind. And I first of all, cheers to the fam that waited for us all day. And
So here they are.
Thank you guys. We love you.
In the chat.
Cheers to you in the chat. JB Proxy. JB changed his name.
Love them all.
Hankowitz, Charlie G, Tom.
Captain John Morgan, Daddy-O.
John Morgan, Daddy-O.
Gloria. Gloria. Gloria in the house.
Gloria.
Hankowitz and Marky.
Good to see you. Marky.
Lovely Marky in the house.
Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So nice. I love it.
Good peeps. Randy's in here. Stephen Tyrell's in here. Mitch is in here. He's outside.
Wait, I haven't seen Steve Tyrell's name yet.
He just popped in.
Okay.
Just popped in there.
Randy.
Oh, boy, Randy. He's putting out all the LTC tweets on Twitter, getting everybody fired up.
Stephen Tyrell. Steven Tyrell. Randy. Randy. Hi, 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 Randy. Hi Deep Steaks, good to see you. Thank you. 3-day weekend. Yes, hey, cheers to a 3-day weekend.
Absolutely.
And a freedom weekend. I'm so glad we can all celebrate that it is no longer Pride Month.
Deep Steaks is in here?
Actually, it's the real Pride Month. We're proud to be Americans. Everybody should be. I'm so excited. We've got our American flag flying at our house, which we always do. But we have extra flags. My husband's putting them like all along the edge of our lawn. Super excited.
And I'll bet you not one, if you were to measure those, not one of them would be a quarter of an inch off. Those things are probably just dead eye right down the line.
Yes, I'm sure he'll have them very.
He's going to have that scoped.
Roberto is here. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
New friends in the chat tonight.
I love it. You know, we're a little bit later tonight. Usually it's 4 p.m. Central Time, but, you know, we're 8:30-ish Central Time. So people are probably primed and, you know, past happy hour, and now it's after hours.
Maybe we should do this every once in a while.
Hey, yeah, I'm good.
Make new friends and keep the old.
Right. Absolutely. It's Friday night. It's a beautiful night here in the Midwest. How's it down in Oklahoma? Hot.
It's hot, but I don't care. I love it.
Hey, it's better than freezing rain.
That's right. Actually, when I was driving home, and I was trying to like mentally take notes of like, okay, that. Okay, I want to talk about that. And of course, you know, my favorite number. And then they're like, and in so-and-so, it's 107. And I'm like, give me all of it.
And you're just hearing it. Hey,
give me all of it.
Speaking of numbers, I'm going to give you some. I'm going to give you some right now. You know, I come from a small place, a small town, you know, not even a town. I come from a, you know, rural area. And I went in to vote Tuesday. That was the primaries, you know, here in Illinois. Went in to vote. Which ballot would you like? Would you like a Republican or a Democrat? Anyway, take the ballot, go in, and I come back out, and it was probably 2:00 in the afternoon when I voted. It opened at 6, I think, in the morning. And I put it in and scanned it, and I was number 45 to vote that day.
Were you really?
Swear to God, 45, number 45.
Did you take a picture?
I think I did, actually.
Awesome.
I might have. I don't know. It was 45, though. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. And they're all sitting around like, when does this end? Because it's you know, I see lines of people waiting to vote, you know, and I see people hauling in ballots because, you know, I guess there's a shortage of ballots sometimes, so they actually bring in more ballots. I don't know. But, you know, where I vote.
Empty ballots?
You know, it's probably already pre-filled and they just like bring them in. And, you know, that's in the big cities though, like Philadelphia. Around here, that doesn't happen. You know, you just have a few people that vote. But, you know, in those big cities, you know, they have to actually haul ballots in because.
But so why is anything? That's not. I can't even right now.
Trying to process it. So anyway, we've got a big election. We've got an ultra conservative versus an ultra liberal for governor here in Illinois. And actually, the governor of Illinois is floating the idea of running against Biden in the primaries in 2024, which, wow. But yeah, we'll see where we stand, I guess, in this next election.
Biden was throwing a fit because nobody's backing him.
Why would they? Have you seen his poll numbers? Even the people that voted for him. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. I mean, you know, how can you be behind something like this at this point? I mean, really, what's good about what's happening in this country as far as the political level? It's good that people are waking up and realizing it.
This weekend is 4th of July and
Independence Day.
I guess last year they were saying like, oh, hot dog. There was some tweet, hot dog. It's like the cost of a
4th of July cookout.
4th of July cookout. I'm sorry, my brain is really
because they do it at Thanksgiving. How much is a Thanksgiving dinner this year versus last year? They're doing the same with Independence Day.
It's so cheap this year in Biden's first year of presidency, which that means he had nothing to do with it, basically. But
and what do? Substitute, you know, like the all beef 100% for, you know, pink slime hot dogs to make it cheaper?
I don't know.
Is that what they did? Because that's what they do with inflation. You don't get a steak
this
now,
year,
but you get ground beef.
Guess what the inflation is this year on the 4th of July?
Well, it's either 17 or 45, which is
it's 17%.
Okay, there we go. There you are.
It's 17% more expensive this year. So Biden's not doing a good job with
So what is the Social Security increase? The cost of living increase, is it like 2%?
I don't
You know what I mean? It's just like everything's going up sky high, and you're paying so much for stuff, and then what the government gives you, for your UBI, is like 2%, maybe 3%.
Which is a slap in the face, because means it's negative compared to the inflation.
You lose.
Yeah, you're still losing.
That's the game, though. That's the casino. They just print a bunch of money, and you won't lose.
Randy said food has doubled in New York.
Yeah, I mean, you think about that. Food doubles, and yet the money that we bring in didn't double. So I guess you're just gonna have to deal with it, because it's we have to support the liberal world order. You see that? You see the liberal world order, the advisor to Biden, when asked about, are people going to have to get used to $4.75 gallon gas? And how long can they sustain that? And then his advisor comes out I retweeted it. He comes out and says, well, you're just going to have to, it's a cost you have to bear for the liberal new world order. The liberal world order, he called it. The liberal world order.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I swear to God, that's what he says.
Is this today?
I think it was today. Yeah, I retweeted it, and then just like, huh? Really? What's the liberal world order? I mean, is this what these people really think and what they believe in? I mean, they're just living in this ivory tower, thinking that they can just manage the entire world economies, and we're just going to take it and just, it's for the greater good of, I guess Ukraine. I don't know. They're sending $800 million more in arms to Ukraine now.
And we're not allowed to ask for an audit or
can't do that. Boris Johnson's sending $1 billion to Ukraine, and it's like, what is going on here?
What are they buying in Ukraine?
I know. Well, it's bread, wheat,
golden toilets. Everyone gets a golden
acting lessons. They're paying for everybody's acting lessons. It's running the country.
Everybody gets a golden.
Yeah, but I mean, this is it. Listen to this, and it's just so arrogant. The mentality.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Yep. Rewind.
Listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
What we heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
The liberal world order.
What do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
What we heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and
the liberal
whatever that means, but it's just like, let them eat cake. We need our golden toilets, we need our throne, we need our fancy food here in the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable. This is for the people.
Giving our kids all the great jobs with
as advisors on energy companies in Ukraine, right? Good stuff. I don't know, a lot of that's coming out though. I see positive things. I'm not negative.
I was going to say with that said, the EPA thing that's
a big deal.
So significant, because it applies
every 3-letter agency, right?
Every 3-letter agency.
And so that's going to have a ripple effect.
Bump.
Definitely. But that's what it is. These agencies go around and they make up law. I mean, so basically, they'll charge you with something and issue some fine. Well, you have this weapon here, the ATF says, or DEA says this, whatever, and basically they strong arm you and say, oh, I'll just pay this fine. And, then you'll be fine. And it's like, well, no, wait a minute though, but I didn't get a trial. Well, no, you just need to pay this because, that's what's on our books or whatever it is. That's our enforcement arm. And that's what we're telling you have to do. And it's like, but I didn't have due process. Doesn't matter. And so the Supreme Court has now basically overruled that on the EPA side. They can't just legislate or mandate things.
So there's actually
Congress has to create the law, not these agencies.
There's a case with that with the SEC as well, where the SEC has their own set of courts, and they have a process where they put these fines and rules, and they actually violate your
constitutional rights.
And so this and I can't remember who it was now. We talked about it on World Blockchain Roundtable. And I was telling this wonderful gentleman who I visited today, and I mean, you guys, I cannot wait to introduce you to Dr. McDaniel. It's the information that I learned today. My brain is just swimming. I'm super distracted, and a little brain fogged because I'm like,
come here.
We just did a lot of work today, and got up at really early, drove down there, and then talked all the way down there. Took in a lot of information. This gentleman, who's part of John Burke Society, he's done amazing work. Anyway, I will tell you all about him. But there's so many things that this vibes. I mean, so much with our community, what we believe, what's going on, and then the work that he's done is just amazing. But he has been just attacked by, and it's criminal what they've done to him, his family, and all he's trying to do is help people. And he has helped a lot of people.
Well, but by helping people, he's probably taking money away from some cartel that's authorized medical industrial complex or something like that, because we can't be having that. We can't be having cures to stuff that's natural and free.
Yeah. Well, there's no cure. The body cures itself.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
But he was talking about how they have they've created systems where they just, when you fight back, then they figure out when they can't win, they just move it from office to office to office, so that you have to keep filing a new letter with an attorney, which costs you money every time. So you just go broke.
You can't afford to fight them because they have unlimited money. And see, that's the whole problem. That's why we're in crypto, because there's a finite supply rather than an unlimited supply. So we got a shot. We've got a limited amount of weapons on the battlefield. Right now, they can create all the weapons they want and just keep lobbing them at you. And that's what they've been doing to good people. Fit into the narrative. Okay, we're going to take you out in multiple ways because we can afford to do it. And you can't fight back because you can't afford to do it. So that's starting to unwind, though. The truth will set all of us free. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Getting the truth out.
True cryptocurrency is a truth machine.
Yep. Truth protocol.
Truth machine is coming. And I was really trying to impart that on them as well. Because it also is, and this is what I was telling Ken, my hippie cowboy friend, on the way home. I was like, do you understand that the information? So Dr. McDaniel is really passionate about, he's like, this information cannot die. He's like, I'm getting older and this can't die with me. And so he's trying to pass this legacy on. He wants this information to continue to help people. And I was like, we can put this on the blockchain and it can be immutable. It will never be changed. It will be protected. It will be saved in history. And so I am committed to help capture this and put this on the blockchain to be able to be saved, protected, and,
archived forever.
Yes. Archived to help humanity forever. And to honor him and his legacy and his work and his family's work. And they've sacrificed so much. And so I don't know, it's just, their story is so incredible, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. And it was just super humbling. And he said the sweetest thing about the channel and the work that we're doing here and what we're doing. And I need you guys' help because he is even more Southern than I am. He reminded me a lot of my dad. He has all this big dark hair. And he's got these blue eyes, just like my dad. And, he's a big man. I don't know. He must be 6'4". He might be taller than that. I don't know. He's a giant man. And he was so sweet. He sat down next to me and kind of leaned down because I'm a shorty pants. And he said, that my channel reminded him. He watched a couple of videos, I guess, and he said of a quote by someone named, I thought he said Jim Rowan, but maybe he said Jim Rowland. If you guys can help me out with who this quote came from. And he said, it's things that matter with people who care. And I just thought, my gosh, that was like, that just meant the world to me, that somebody would watch what we're doing, because I'm really passionate about the information that I share. And I hope that means that what we're doing matters, and that's what the community is receiving, and the information that we're sharing, and that it's, things that matter with people who care. And I thought that really described our community well.
It really does. There's a Jim Rohn, ROHN.
Maybe that's it.
It's a motivational speaker, American entrepreneur. That could be it.
I don't know. It was.
Yeah, I'll
might have to look it up.
It's just something to look up. The author of The Art of Exceptional Living. Is that it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have a lot of homework to do.
Yes.
So.
He's got you. But you know what? When you're talking about the truth, it does resonate. And you don't know why, but you just know it when you feel it. And that's what he felt. And that's the way it is with the community. Many of them in crypto, the people we've come to meet, and we're just drawn to and are drawn to us. It's because when you speak the truth, I mean, it's timeless. It's something that people recognize, and you resonate with it at a different level, really at a spiritual level, and you gravitate toward it. I mean, and we've kind of gravitated toward each other, and we found each other through all these, miraculous ways. And I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to make a difference. We're here to bring the truth forward so that humanity can rise again and humanity can be saved from this madness. So yeah, it can look depressing and horrible, and things are falling apart, and it will if you're living in darkness. But if you just step back and realize this is nothing but a cardboard cutout movie scene that's just Western scene, and there's nothing behind it. It's just a fiction. They're vampires. Don't give them energy. I mean, once you realize that, you're free. I mean, and you follow the truth, and you can't unsee it. And if you do, then you got a problem, because you're willfully, denying the truth. But if you see the truth, I mean, you seek out other people, and you can't get enough of it. And it's like you're like starving for information. Give me more and more and more. I want my brain to swim in the sea of truth. I can't help it, and that's what you're just doing that all the time, Lisa. And so that's kind of this resonance, this frequency, this whole vibe that, we've all got going on at different levels, but, we're all feeling it.
Yeah.
And
we talked about
it's important.
Those two. He has so much information. He has, he's a wise, young, vibrant, 85 years old. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. And just has lived this incredible life, and he is not afraid to tell the stories. A lot of it I probably won't be able to, tell on YouTube, but I will tell as much as I can, and then we'll have some of it on Patreon. But I'm just so excited. And then on top of
but wait, there's more.
This darling redheaded. Well, then he starts gushing about this woman.
Yeah.
And then tells this beautiful story about this woman who's brilliant, and she developed the protocol for CPR, and oh my gosh, I can't even remember all the other things. And she's a doctor and does all this other stuff, and she's brilliant. And then they meet because she's in Oklahoma.
There's different kind in the fridge.
And looking for something to help this child who has these, asthma attacks that could take the child's life and all this. And then he's like, and then I married her. And then she walks in the door, and she's got beautiful red hair and this big smile, and she brings us lunch, and she's just the sweetest, most humble thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe here's this mental giant in this beautiful, kind, humble woman. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go just play with the grandkids. I'm like, oh my gosh. So literally, and then his brother's there, and I think he's even taller than Dr. McDaniel. And he's a World War II veteran telling me how he's jumping out of planes and he's never broken a bone. And I can't even remember how many times I think 12. And no, I'm sorry. It would be their father that was World War II. He would have been Korea, right?
Probably.
The brother. And
maybe.
Yeah, because he was like, they're like my dad's. They're a little bit younger than my dad's age. And but their telomeres are the length of the brothers are like the length of a 22-year-olds. And the other ones are, I can't remember the length of his telomeres. Anyway, just incredible. Anyway, I'll rant because I'm just.
You're imbued with this, other worldliness that you don't see every day.
Well, I'm hearing.
Did you go into like a time machine or something? Like.
Well, we did talk of. You've mentioned the flux
capacitor.
Right? You said something about. I said we did actually talk about. We talked about. So he taught me about the structure of a cell, and how it's very similar to a computer and the CPU. And then we talked about frequency and light and frequency. And he said, actually the blue-green, which is where, so that's why plants are so important, because where the sunlight comes in, he's going to do a way better job explaining
photosynthesis. That's all.
But photosynthesis creates a capacitor.
Okay.
Like he goes, you know what a capacitor is? And I'm like, once again, dumbest girl in the room with all these mental giants. The only time I've heard that is flux capacitor in the Back to the Future. And he goes, well, you're actually not wrong. You're right. And he's like, it's a store of energy. And he said that strand of light comes in, and and I can't remember if it was the DNA or the gene builds that store of energy, and then it stacks, and then the strand of energy, and it stacks, and a strand of energy, and it stacks. And that's where like our, I'll just let him tell you. It's incredible to think about. And the things that he's told me that they were doing, in the lab, and the things that they've done in the past.
I think we are all time machines, because I think we store all the data from all of history within us somehow. Our DNA can store it all. It's been proven by Harvard. They've said that, you can store terabytes of information on your DNA. So you think about it.
Yeah.
And there's so much of your brain that's like unused, and, all this stuff. And it's like, I don't use that for anything. But if we were to unlock that and understand what that is, and pull back the veil, and all the layers of the onion that they've heaped upon us since day one, and return as the innocent children that we were, I think we have all the information inside of us. That's why I always say trust yourself, because I think we've got all the knowledge of the universe within us since day one, because, we're created by source, and it's all in here. It's just that we can't seem to tap it, and once in a while we get glimpses of brilliance, I guess you could say, of truth, and but I think it's all within us, all of us, and we just have to unlock it or access it. It's just my thought.
Yeah, probably not Vietnam, Daddy-O. They're like 85, so I think they're more like Korea, like my dad. And he also swam the English Channel, and not the short way, but the long way.
Come on, man. He took the big, long gap instead of the short. What's wrong with these overachievers? We don't have any of those anymore.
I'm telling you, this family is like incredible.
It's in the DNA.
It's incredible. And they like have this cool picture of their dad, who's like, I call it a pastor, but I think they used a different word, but but also in the military, and he was in World War II.
Chaplain?
maybe they called it a chaplain. I don't remember.
I'm more like Friar Tuck myself.
Hey, Dave. Oh, man, it's been a heck of a day.
Yeah, you've been on the road for what? Half the day.
All the day.
Driving. Oh, yeah, because you were driving here, down there, and then there, and then. Wow.
And it is 9 o'clock.
Litecoin Lisa is getting tired.
Getting tired.
She's getting tired.
But it was worth it.
Her day's been ruined. My sleep pattern's been ruined.
No, but I love it. Like, it feeds my soul. That kind of stuff, like meeting people like that, just feeds my soul. I love it. I love it. I love it. I get so excited when I can. I mean, you cannot. I ordered one book and had it shipped to my house. Then he gave me all of this stuff. Do you know what I'm doing this weekend, you guys?
I can imagine. You're going through all that.
And he gave me 3 CDs, one of which, well, I can't talk about on here.
Yeah, be careful. Join the Patreon.
It was research that he did and he shared with, and it stopped a stem cell research project after a certain thing got passed back in the day.
Interesting. See, it's all out there. I mean, if you think about it, like he said, he doesn't want his research, everything he studied to go to waste, and to be lost. And if you think about how many people who have existed and all the knowledge they've had, think of Tesla, where did his research go? Who has that? And why is that not being implemented? Well, because they don't want it to be. Mm-hmm. And you think about throughout history, all of the things that who built the pyramids? I mean, who put the freaking Coral Castle? How did they move those stones? You look at all the things that were done throughout history and the knowledge that they had to have, some technique that we really can't replicate now. There's been so much knowledge lost, and there's so many gaps in our history that, but that's the way they want it. And so I'm sure they know it all in all their little mystery schools and all their
restart.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what they want, a spittering and sputtering every generation rather than being able to carry it along, throughout history so that, oh, hey, guess what? We are, something special and we can do magical things. Let's not talk about that. Let's stamp that out. And instead, we got, geriatric senile people running things now. And that's what they want. That's what they want.
Had so when I started talking about frequency and all that, he was talking about he said, oh, frequency. He's like, well, so then about a Rife machine. And he said
the Rife frequency generator.
So he was talking about people coming in to sell him these and whatever and talk about, and he's like, but they're so expensive. And so he's very also like price conscious.
Yeah.
Conscious. I'm
conscious.
sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I'm so tired. Conscious. I spoke a lot today. I've listened a lot, but then all the way home. And then, and so he found this other machine through, I believe it's Germany, and he's been able to not have his knee or both knees and his hip replaced, and it really helps him. And he's like, oh, it's like way better, and it's a similar device. But anyway, he's gonna tell us about that. He doesn't sell those, but he said he could like tell people where to get them, but he doesn't get any kind of like, it's not like a thing or anything for him. But
Litecoin Lisa, you need a referral link.
I don't know. It's just to help the community. Like it's no.
No, I like that because it's like you can buy this thing that does this, or you can buy the same thing for a tenth of the price. It does the same thing. It just doesn't have like glitz and glam.
He said it's a great product that helps, and it's costs less, and it does the same thing, and it really is good. Yes, and my husband is exactly right. This is the real Pride Month. This is American Pride Month. This is God Bless America Month.
I put the other flag away, so I won't bring that out again.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm not interested in people's sex life.
When it rains, I see a rainbow.
Yeah. You know what? I'm a little pissed about that. Okay, so let's have a conversation. No, let's not have a conversation about it. I'm too tired.
You're going to get demonetized again.
I know. I already lost my show. No, they still have it up. Wednesday,
they just demonetized.
Demonetized it, but they did leave it up. So people can watch it, I guess. But it's
here, Daddy O's in the chat. All right, University of South Carolina, one of the customers that we have for the company I work for. I got an email from a guy today. I was doing a little support. He sends his
Charlie
email.
G. Wait. Bye, Charlie G. We love you.
Love you, Charlie G. Get some sleep. See you at 3 a.m.
Sleep. Love you.
But Daddy O, University of South Carolina, I was working with a guy today. He sent me an email back, and in his salutation or whatever, his credit, his handle at the bottom, he had he/him/his. I've never seen it before on anybody else's stuff, and I saw it for the first time today. I guess that's like the pronoun identification thing. Is that it? Be
careful what you're about to unpack.
Okay, I'm not going to unpack it. I've never seen it before.
Very careful.
So I was curious what it was. And I was the University of South Carolina. I know you're from South Carolina. I don't know if you know anything about that, but I've never seen that before, and it was just very interesting. It's kind of taken aback, I guess.
So LLS, you guys know, I was Woman of the Year for Leukemia Lymphoma Society in 2019, and for a couple of years there, we at Team Mighty and raised a lot of money for them, and we did a lot for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. We were very proud of the research and development that they did that led to a medication that relieved a lot of pain for Mia when she had cancer. And we're very grateful for that. And so we really got behind their work because they are a research and development foundation, which means that the work that they do in the lab in research and development is really important. And so science is very important. And so it would be really important that you acknowledge chromosomes and things like that in a research and development company. So this year, LLS has chosen, because of the woke left mob, to not acknowledge the difference between men and women and not call it Men and Women of the Year and just call it of the year. And then they now are even changing it to something else.
That's like a prepositional phrase, just like dangling out there.
Yes. They can dangle their preposition somewhere else. So I get a email from the new person handling that campaign, and they obviously have not been told. I very loudly, vocally said, like, if the reason that you're canceling this is because of the loud woke left mob, then I'm going to be even louder and let you know that that's why I'm stepping away. Because you're telling me you're not doing that because of people being loud, then I'm going to be even louder. And so then she wrote me this email and signed it with she, her, hers, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you will not. So I wrote her this email back. I tweeted it out. I tagged LLS and I said, clearly you have not been told but I would be happy to, make my voice louder, because that was my promise, that you need to know, how I feel on that. If that's what motivates you is who screams the loudest, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, then I will squeak away. And so she wrote back very politely and said, I'd be happy to connect you with my director, blah, blah, blah. And so the director has offered to meet with me. I said, that would be great. I would love to, because I feel it is not only dangerous, but irresponsible, or not only, I don't know which word I put first, because I can't even imagine which one's more important. But in the fact that you're a research and development organization, to not acknowledge the difference between men and women, and to be, bullied by the woke mob And, you know, and back away from that. You're not going to stand up to say there's a difference between men and women when you literally are the science, you know. And if you're not going to stand up for that, then I can't stand up for you. And so we are supposed to have a meeting. And if they would stand up for that, then I would stand up for them. So I'm hoping that they'll reconsider. I'm hoping that they will stand up for science. I hope that they'll stand up for the work that they did. I believe in the work that they've done in the past, and I hope that they'll stick with that. But if they won't, then I will be the squeaky wheel. I will be as loud as the woke mob that bullied them into backing off.
Well, that seems to be the thing. I mean, you know, you just got to yell and scream louder.
Yeah, I'll ask others to join me in squeaking that wheel. So
squeaking that wheel, spraying that grease.
Yeah,
need some grease
because that's just ridiculous.
It is. It's just it's the theater of the absurd at this point. I mean, it kind of really is.
Quit worrying about offending someone with the truth. I don't care if the truth offends you. It is the truth.
I know people call me a Sasquatch, and it doesn't offend me. You know, I just accept it.
It's not actually the truth.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't bother me. What's the big deal? I'm good with that. I like to live in the woods alone. You know, I like to be left alone. So, you know, it's.
So some crypto news.
Yes. Let's go to the crypto news. I'm excited about crypto. I want more Litecoin.
Meta, all the on-ramps and off-ramps, everybody's running. Speaking of running for the hills, everyone's terrified, which is hilarious to me because what our discussion was earlier is that they've been proven that they're, you know, the three-letter agencies are being shown to be unconstitutional is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, they are.
But then, you know, in the media and what we're seeing is he
grabbed the steering wheel and he wanted to go to the Capitol building. It was anyway.
Oh, such ridiculous.
I mean, really?
But so Meta is telling everybody they have till like July 22nd or something to get their funds off their wallets. They're shutting down. Voyager's shutting down.
Meta? Wait a minute. Meta's the Facebook or
is the Facebook
parent company. What wallets? What wallets do they have?
I don't know. This is what I heard.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to I don't know.
Dude, I'm just trying to keep.
All right. But yes, Voyager I saw today. Stop withdrawals. They can't take any money out. Celsius a couple of weeks ago. Now Voyager.
Meta as well.
I mean, is Coinbase next? Is you know, one of these exchanges next?
It is.
If you don't have your coins in your own possession, you better do it now. I mean, it's a holiday weekend. This is when they like to pull stuff. They'll probably, you know, knock Litecoin down to $35, Bitcoin down to 15,000 or less. They'll buy it up because you're scared to death, you know, and you're not paying attention. And then it's going to shoot up because, I mean, it's a big game because there's only so much of that pie to go around. And you know what? You better start liking some pie. Get a piece of it because there's only so many pieces of that pie. Bitcoin, Litecoin. And did you buy it?
The thing with me is that I don't know that that you'll be able to buy it when it gets.
You won't because the exchanges won't have it. And if they do, they're not going to sell it to you, or they're going to make you wait forever. You're going to go, hey, you can get your one Litecoin allotment this month, and you can buy it now, and we might deliver it at the end of the month. I mean, seriously, I mean, that's what it's going to get to. It's going to get to that stupidity level. And good luck getting it off of there. I mean, you're seeing exchanges that are holding people's funds, and you can't get it.
And that's
I feel
what
bad for them.
Charlie and I have been talking about at this point. You know, none of this is financial advice, but what we've been talking about is
hypothetically speaking,
you own what you hold in your own possession.
Correct.
So, and then after the storm, you can look around and see, you know, oh, am I able to, is something still alive and can I pull it off of something, or does the insurance that I supposedly had, is it going to restore me? I don't know. But this is where, like, this is a huge wake up call for all of us.
It is. And I mean, we've talked about this as we did these classes last year. We went on the road. We taught people to download wallets, send them Litecoin so that they could have it in their own possession. Because that is the key. Have it in your own possession.
It is, but I tell you what, I am just as guilty because I also have friends that were teaching us about these opportunities in not DeFi, but central finance, but central, what would you call it? What do you call central crypto finance?
Like, I mean, as far as like borrowing against your crypto,
Celsius stuff and all
like
that.
Borrowing
kind of
against it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because when you do that,
CFI.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, but what happens is you take your crypto, let's say it's 1 Bitcoin, you take it and you give it to somebody else. You give it to them and they're going to give you, let's say, 50% of the value of it. Say, here's 50% in cash of, it's $20,000 Bitcoin right now. And, we're going to give you $10,000 cash and we're going to hold the Bitcoin.
It's supposed to be covered, protected by insurance.
But when everything falls apart, listen, we're going to have a special guest next week, right? Bix Weir's coming on.
He was supposed to be here this week, but it's my fault that I was late getting home.
It's all good.
I apologize, everyone.
But this is right in his wheelhouse. He's always said, if you give it to somebody else and they have possession of it, you ain't getting it back when things fall apart. The whole thing falls apart and it goes quick. I mean, and everything locks up. That's what happened in 2008. That's what's happening now in crypto. These centralized exchanges are locking up. And that's it. I mean, it's just a ripple effect. Where does it stop? I don't know. But you're going to have big fish eating little fish. That's basically where you're at right now. The thing is, we've got an opportunity, a golden gift, manna from the heavens. We've got cryptocurrency that we can hold in our own possession. We don't have to have stock options, a broker, and holding shares, any of this stuff. We've got the opportunity right now to be able to hold our own crypto in our possession. That right there is enough for me. I just give me my shit and leave me alone. That's basically where I'm at. I want to hold it. I don't want a bank to hold it. I don't want anybody to hold it. I don't need to make interest on it because it's so leveraged, built-in leverage into the system because it's a finite supply. There's 84 million Litecoin that can ever exist. That's a quarter of a Litecoin for every person in the United States, 0.01 for everybody in the world. You've already super leveraged up just by buying one. I just want to be able to hold it and be able to do something with it when the whole world burns. I mean, because the financial system's a joke and it's burning. I mean, I don't need extra leverage. I don't need to borrow against it. I just need to hold it because when it comes time to buy something, when everything burns down and there's certain things left, and the Ninja talks about this, your video, Ninja, Economic Ninja, it's if you've got real assets in your possession, you're going to be able to go out and buy anything you want when this whole thing falls apart because nobody's going to have anything because it's all fake. It's all fake. Everything they thought they had is gone. Their retirement on the stock exchange, gone. I mean, all this stuff. You've got a real asset. You can hold Litecoin in your possession. No bank, no central government can stop you from using it. That's good enough for me. I'm good. I'm sold.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there.
So,
all right, I'm off. I'm done.
One thing that
I love you, Lisa, for putting up with me and the audience for dealing with this. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I get it. It's just been, we're in the thick of it. Like it's all, you can see the manipulation. I mean, I don't see how people can't see the manipulation at this point. I don't see how people can't see they're trying to close the exits. They're getting ready to usher in the CBDC. They've pulled most of the coinage out. They're pulling the dollars out. They're trying to shut down the crypto. They're shutting down any freedom money that there is. Any opportunity for people to have freedom money, anything that you could trade with outside of the government having control of or having oversee of. And so what's coming. And that's the UBI, which I heard they already started in California.
We've had it for 50% of the Americans for how long with Social Security and disability and Medicare and all this stuff? We've had it. I mean, we have. And now it's just a matter of rolling it out to everybody else that doesn't want to work anymore because it's pretty much everybody except Mitch. I mean, Mitch is working all the time. But, it's like he's sitting over here.
And building beautiful things, I hear.
And building beautiful things. Mitch, would you do me a favor? See, I'm buttering him up. Can you go get my cigar that's on the table? I left it on the picnic table outside.
Wait, I'm going to go look at Mitch's Did he post it on the?
I think he did. Look at his Twitter feed. I think he's got his cabinets and fireplace around his building and
right?
Yeah, Mitch, the custom carpenter. And I'll tell you what, he's realizing he's never going to have to worry about work because, he's working down here and it's just like looking at the quality of other people. It's like Mitch is like, I got this. I can work as long as I want. I don't want to work this much. I'll be busier than I don't want to be this busy. Oh, man. Can you give me an ashtray?
Here, let me help you, sir.
Give me my gray poupon.
Where's the finished product?
I'm not gonna say it.
Then this. I've had enough for the day.
There's an ashtray back there somewhere. Can you help me?
Oh, it's not finished.
No, it's not finished yet. It's
okay.
It's like a work in progress.
And he's gonna finish it. It's a beautiful fireplace, but it's not.
Well, it's gonna be beautiful. Yeah. Do you have a finished picture? He's got to put stucco on it. They're gonna put stucco on it. They are.
Okay.
He's got the bones built.
Nice bones.
The bones.
The bones.
You see that big? It's probably up in that cabinet. You need a stool.
What are you saying? I'm fucking short?
Poor Mitch. But anyway, crypto right now, what were we talking about with? Just take custody of your crypto. And if you don't know how, like email me or something, clintwestwood.net. I'll make a video, I was going to say we
could do a class on Patreon.
Do a class. Yeah. Whatever. Just take control of your money. Don't let them control it. They control our money our whole lives.
This weekend.
Join Lisa's Patreon.
It's 4th of July weekend. I'm not doing it this weekend. Join my Patreon though. And I'll make Westwood do it next weekend with me.
Thank you, my brother. Huh?
You good? You want a drink?
You can give me some more ice.
Yeah. Yes, my husband says he'll be at the pool. I'm going to be at the pool too, and I can actually read this.
The Independence Pool.
It won't be
Oklahoma
turning,
or not Oklahoma, but
it will not be turning. I wish my phone would stay like. I hate that it goes dark when you're trying to be at the pool and it gets dark and you can't read it.
You got a pool boy right here if you need one.
It's annoying.
A drink. Sorry,
I need a pool boy.
She needs a pool boy. So, all right.
She's got one.
So you live in pool boy. All right. So
live in pool boy.
And he's a handsome live-in pool boy too.
Yes.
Yes, he's handsome.
He's very handy.
Thank you.
Just enough for color.
It's perfect. Yes, just to flavor it a little bit. All right. So, tell us about what's going on in Oklahoma City coming up in a little more than a month.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So. I still have to get permission from the location. But,
permission? All right.
Well, I do not want my Native American friends being kicked off the property as they're trying to bless the event.
Yeah, again, they get kicked off property. Yeah.
So Daniel, my friend that I met at my hippie cowboy friend's farm, he's Chickasaw and Cherokee, and they do traditional Native American dances and ceremonies and all that. And he was like, we will come. And, he was loving what we were doing about freedom. And I told him about Mia and how we were celebrating people's lives and what Bix was doing with the community, getting around supporting what we were doing, getting around people that were struggling with some of the things that Mia struggled with, and trying to help people that were, in those situations, and then helping different nonprofits and stuff. So he's all in on that. So they hopefully are going to be there to help us get started with the day. Then I had an idea to start a Telegram group. So anybody that purchases a ticket for the event I'm going to send them an invite to the Telegram group, because at this, at the event, we're going to be here, I'll do this. I'll play it and I won't have the sound going, but there is you're at the River Sport Adventure Park. And so they have whitewater rafting, surfing, they have kayaking. There's a zip line across the river.
They have a bar.
Oh, there's restaurants and bars like all. You're right by downtown. There's Toby Keith. I love this bar and grill. There's the Riverwalk on the other side down there. You can see like downtown behind me the other way. I would recommend if you're coming to the event that you stay either downtown or in the Deep Deuce area. There are some Airbnbs in the Deep Deuce area that are kind of cool. And there's a whole, like, you can kind of like pub crawl in the Deep Deuce area too. That's kind of a cool vibe. But they, so I wanted there to be a place where if you guys wanted to, like, whoever's coming to the event, if you come during the day, because Bix is holding an event on Friday night, which is his like Road to Ruta traditional like
road
his
show.
Yeah. Friday night, $25 to get in the road show in Oklahoma City. So you can come to that and then
make it a weekend.
Make it a whole weekend thing. Then Saturday during the day, you can come down to River Sport, buy a day pass, and do like the kayaking, the rafting, all that. But I was like, oh, but you need somewhere to like, who else is here? So I'm creating a Telegram group. Whoever buys a ticket,
makes sense.
I'm going to send you, and because they give me your email and all that, I'm going to send you an invite to the Telegram group that'll be private, so that you guys can coordinate Airbnbs, rides,
work together as a community,
work together on rafting trips, dinners, meetups, whatever.
Great.
So
Great
everybody
idea.
knows kind of who's going to be there, and that way they can, kind of collaborate on those kind of things. And then there are locker rooms and places to get cleaned up, freshened up at the River Sport. So if you wanted to come just for the day, but you're like, I don't want to play and do kayaking and all that, and then not be able to get cleaned up for the event that night, and I don't.
Well, isn't that cleaning up? That's cleaning up enough falling in the water, isn't it? Crawling out. Oh.
No.
Put the flip flops and tank top on, and boom.
No,
it's not that kind of event.
We're gonna have like a lot of fun.
See, the thing is, if there is this chance that I can make it, and there is a chance, I told you I probably wouldn't be able to make it, but there is a slight chance that I might be able to make this.
You're saying there's a chance.
I'm saying there's a chance. If there is, I mean, what's the dress attire for the Saturday night gig? Because I mean, you know how I roll, and I don't.
So in Oklahoma, we have, what is the term? Oh gosh.
You've seen me. How I dress.
I will have to find out the term. I think it's called like denim and diamonds or cowboy something.
Cowboy casual?
No, cowboy casual might be something else.
I don't know.
Cowboy dress.
What's the pronoun for that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it would be like, I mean, we're crypto people too. So like everybody be yourself.
Well,
I want everybody to be themselves.
I'll be squatching in.
Yeah. I'm always typically a little overdressed. Just because that's my comfort zone.
But you look marvelous.
That's my comfort zone. Lisa
always looks marvelous at
that's my yeah. But I want everybody to be happy and comfortable and all that. It's definitely not any kind of like, black tie or anything.
Okay,
like
that's good. Because I got nothing that fits me.
No.
I'd blow out any vest that I put on.
No. It's nothing like that.
Okay, good. So, it's just, dress decent. Be decent.
Yeah. Jeans, boots.
All right. I got you. All right. Now I want to be, if the CV joints get fixed in the Digibug, see, the world has to align, and I can make it down there. I'm not going to put the air conditioning in because I got to buy my Litecoin. I can do without air conditioning. If I were to drive the Digibug down, I'll be really hot. I mean, is Bix performing on your Saturday night thing?
He is.
And
he's not the only person performing. So Bix is performing. Greg from Rivet is performing. Peril, Daniel from Coin Flips.
She's coming?
Yes. They're coming and she's performing. She said she
would.
Right.
Here, when you get a chance, we're going to take a look at the artwork she did here on the wall.
She's a crazy talented lady.
And I'll turn the camera and you can look at it.
Beautiful, smart, funny.
She really is. Is Daniel coming too?
Well, yes. Yeah.
Well, are they driving?
I don't know.
I doubt it. They fly. So you can pick me up on the way. Anyway.
You should call him.
I should. All right.
And ask, but
I'm actually going to go to a coin flip this weekend, a coin flip ATM, if
cool.
Litecoin goes under $50. I'm ready. I'm throwing the money away. I'm taking that dirty fiat and sticking it in there and getting sound money for the digital age. I'm walking away with it.
Do you have a
13
link?
miles away. I don't. I need to sign up, and
I know. I need to.
I haven't signed up. They had check out CoinFlip on Twitter. If you're just sign up for a Twitter account, follow CoinFlip. Go check out because they have codes all the time. They had one that was US 50. That might be expired though. You get 50% off the fees.
Yeah, if you're following them on Twitter, they'll have like codes where you can get a cheaper a discount on your.
It's the best deal of any ATM out there. Because I looked at the one uptown and it was like $71 for Litecoin when it was $50. I'm like, what? Yeah.
And they'll have those codes where you get a reduced fee.
And it's cheaper.
It's
the best way to buy it. If you got cash, I mean, get rid of that.
And they
garbage.
have a very simple KYC for under $900 if you're purchasing a $900 or less.
Yeah, they just send a code to your phone. Yeah. I mean, basically, put in your phone number. They send you a code. Put it in. Done. You ain't got to put in your license and all that garbage. You know, if it's 900 or less, it's very easy. That's cool. I didn't realize they were coming. Oh man, see, I have to make it now. I'm struggling. I got so much going. Okay.
Oh, there's even more people than that coming. Jenny Moonstone's coming. Public Awakening's coming. Johnny.
See.
Litecoin's coming. He's going to help me MC.
Okay, here's my problem. Do I have to sleep in the digibug, or you think you can find somewhere for me to crash?
I can probably find somewhere for you.
Okay, if you can find somewhere, I don't care where. That really sweetens the pot. Okay. All right.
Cannon will probably give up his bed for you or something. He'll take the couch.
I'll sleep outside, honestly, Lisa.
You're not going to sleep outside. Oh, right. Fireworks. I was like, what was that?
I know. Fireworks everywhere around here right now.
Everybody, please take care of your dogs. Look out for your pups. On 4th of July weekends, a lot of times people kind of forget. Dogs will get stressed out from the fireworks. They'll forget, they'll let their dogs out, and then people will be setting off fireworks, and the dogs will get scared and run away.
Good call.
Give your dog CBD, and it will not hurt your dogs. It will help them calm down. It will help them rest and not be stressed. So, please consider keeping your dogs, or give them a tight t-shirt. Like if it's a big dog,
Snuggie.
Yeah. Find something to like give. It makes them feel like it's a hug. Something like that. Please think about your animals, keeping them safe so that they do not run away or do not get hurt. So
love those doggies.
That.
Great advice, Lisa, because last night I took the dogs outside, and in the distance there were some fireworks going off already, and they're like, you could tell they were alarmed, because they're puppies. They don't know. I mean, it's the first time they ever heard something like that.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's a good point. JDO in the chat had a question. It says, isn't CoinFlip, aren't the fees from CoinFlip higher than exchanges? Yes, all ATMs are. CoinFlips are the lowest. However, the thing is, of ATMs, what I like about them, though, the exchange, a lot of times I bought on Coinbase. You pay the money, you buy the coins, and you wait on Coinbase for maybe 7 days sometimes. And it's like, in these days, I don't want to wait. And so, I'm looking for a discount code to get it cheaper. But the thing is, when you go and you put the cash in, you scan your wallet code. Once that cash is in there, it's done. You walk away and you've got your coins. So, I mean, you take possession right away. And to me, I just want the coins. I want them in my possession. That's my whole deal. So, I mean, with exchanges locking stuff up, I don't want to take the chance. I just don't want to take the chance right now. So, I'll pay a little bit more. It just doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
so, but it is higher. It is.
Yeah. You can also do over the counters with CoinFlip on their website.
Yep.
And those are really good too. So check that out. Anyway,
they'll walk you through it and help you and get all the stuff you need.
I just put a link in the live chat for the Team Mighty tickets. You guys can, and there's also a link in the description of this video that you can purchase tickets to join us at the Team Mighty event. It's going to be pretty amazing. We'll have a silent auction. If you have a piece of artwork, or if you have something, if your business would like to donate an item, it would be tax deductible because we are a 501c3 registered with the wonderful IRS. We would really appreciate that. You can contact me at litecoinlisa.net. And if you go to the contact tab and let me know, I will reach out to you and we can coordinate all that. And I can give you a receipt for your donation. You can also just make a donation to towards the event. We would appreciate that.
Buy a ticket. If you don't know if you're going to be there or not, buy a ticket. And you know what? If you can't make it, it's a wonderful donation you can write off, right?
We would appreciate that. And we could offer it to
and you
somebody.
Could give it to somebody that needs it, that might show up or something. If we're sold out, at least, you got an opportunity to help somebody else out. So, what's the ticket? It's 125. Is that what it is?
Yeah. 125. Yep. It includes dinner and,
by Rococo. Is that who's doing it?
Rococo.
Okay,
Rococo.
I don't know.
Yeah, and that's
the Midwest.
Once again, you guys know how I am with shopping local, supporting local. This is one of my good friends, Bruce Reinhardt.
I met Bruce last time I was in Oklahoma.
So
beautiful, food's wonderful.
Yeah, Bruce Reinhardt is where we had our VIP dinner last time. We had the meetup here in Oklahoma City. That's Bruce Reinhardt's restaurant. Rococo is also where Bitcoin Ben had his very first meetup roadshow. When he started doing the roadshow meetups, and he's like, well, where should I go? And this is like the
genesis.
Yes, the genesis, where it all started. He was like, where should I go? And I was in the chat and I was like, come to Oklahoma City. I have a little marketing company and I will have this at my friend's restaurant and I'll do all your press releases and all this. And we held it at the original. Well, it's actually not the original. We had it at Bruce's second restaurant at his big restaurant in North Park location. And that's where I met Bix Weir for the first time. And I met Kelly, and Alexa was hilarious. She was like, all these people are freaking out. She was like, I see him in his underwear all the time. So
it's like, I know this dude.
I don't know why everybody's freaking out about me and Ben. Yeah, it was so funny.
I remember that chat that you were in because you had a different handle at the time.
Oh,
in the chat. Yeah, old school. I remember that. I remember. That's back in 2018. Oh, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Would that have been 18?
Yeah, end of 18.
Yeah, because it would have been, mid 18, because
that's when it started. It was like November of 18. I think.
No, it would have been before then because
sure?
because my mom gave us Litecoin in 2017.
Yeah.
And then the meetup was sometime in 2018, and I started my channel in 2018.
I think it was in the fall, though, right?
It was in the fall.
Yeah, because I remember my daughter at the time had a speech competition. I thought about going, but I would have had to leave at like 9:00 p.m. and drive all night. And I was like,
it could have even been like in October.
Yeah, I think it was. It was late. It was October, November.
Been like around my birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I know. Here we are. Going to be 4 years later.
Oh yeah, that was
What a journey.
That was my original channel.
Yeah, that was. I remember. Yeah, it was like the golf thing.
Yeah. Back because I was back. Yeah, I had like my
Okie golf. Yeah.
Because I've had like a channel that I used to, and it wasn't even like, it was just my handle that I watched other people, and I was Okie Golf because I like to play golf with my 2 oldest kids when they were little, like way back in the day when we like
Okie from Muskogee.
Yeah, I'm not Muskogee, but yeah.
No, I know.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's just, and here we are 4 years later. I mean, how time flies and the relationships we've met, all because of crypto.
Yeah.
I mean, all because of crypto, that lighthouse, that's brought all these wandering boats together. I mean, it's just an amazing thing.
4 years later, and remember that Bitcoin has a 4-year cycle.
I am telling you, Litecoin halves next August, I think it is, the halving, reward halving. So
we're right there.
we are at a point where it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Accumulate, get what you can while you can.
Get all you
Take
can.
possession of it.
That's why we sold the plane. We called it the plane.
Cleared for takeoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good move, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
You're going to look back, and this is when, what did you say today, Mitch? This is when fortunes will be made. This is the time when fortunes will be made. And the thing is, they will be made if you just understand and see. And like I said, you go down that hole and rabbit hole and you see it and you see the truth and you can't prevent yourself from unseeing it. And it's just, once you're into it and you get it, and you just like kind of go all in because you can't help yourself, because you know what the truth is at that point. Those are the people that when we get to the other side, when we have the ability to affect change, that we need to make good change. I mean, we need to use that tool for good and to do better than, what we've lived with. And it's just a great opportunity in history. That's why we're here. That's what we're born here, born to do. And it's just, we have to do it. And let's not give up now. Let's not lose faith. Let's just get this job done and win this war. That's really what it comes down to.
We're there.
Humanity has to rise, no pronouns. Humanity has to rise.
Yeah. No pronouns. Well, Litecoin is at $50. Man. Litecoin's not dropping.
It's holding strong. It really has. I talked about this with somebody with Clash Daddy. I mean, we talked about this and he's like, man, it's holding strong against Bitcoin. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's bottomed against Bitcoin. And you're going to see it continue to strengthen against Bitcoin in the next, all the way to the halving, in August. So, I mean, if you get a dip, that's probably, you just start dollar cost averaging, basically. That's what I'm doing. Just get a little bit. If it dips more, get a little bit more. How low can it go at this point? I mean, honestly, it might go to $35. That's what everybody's talking about. That's like the snippy, sell at $25 and buy back in at $10. Well, it ain't going to go there. It's going to, you got to get it while you can get it. I was really hoping
for some.
I know. Trust me.
But
I want it for sale. I want something on sale. But you know what? I look at the big picture and I'm like,
a
$50 Litecoin?
Yeah.
But in this part of the cycle, in the lifetime of Litecoin.
It's just when you bought a lot at 24, it's hard to go like, ooh, $50.
It's better than buying at 400. Trust me.
I know. And when literally SL said by the end of this year, it will be back to all-time highs.
6 months at the worst.
Yeah. And she said by next year, it will be more than double that.
And there's nowhere to go but up. It's programmed. It's math. I mean, it's a finite asset that there's only so much to go around. Mm-hmm. Get a piece of that pie while you can, because.
What do you say to people who say that it's backed by nothing?
Okay. Everything's backed by nothing. The only thing that backs anything is the faith of the American people, the faith of humanity. Really, what backs the U.S. dollar? There is no U.S. dollar, first of all. It's a Federal Reserve note. What backs that? It's the faith that we place into it. How much faith do you have in something that they continue to print more and more and more of? And then by doing that, it costs how much for gasoline? How much for food? See, that's the danger. With gold and silver even, you don't know how much there is. And that's where Bix comes in. That's his wheelhouse. How much gold is there? What if they crack open a big mother lode in the Grand Canyon? If you're holding gold thinking that's going to save you. But and then the supply triples.
Ninja says, but it's not out of the ground.
It doesn't matter, but it's there.
In the supply.
Okay, and that's fine, but it's there to be harvested. The thing is, you can only harvest so much Bitcoin and so much Litecoin, and you know what that number is. Markets don't like uncertainty, and that's when they get all shaky. Well, what's the Fed going to do? Is it going to raise? Is it going to do half a point, 75, whatever it is? Markets don't like that. Humanity doesn't like uncertainty. The certainty that is locked into the code of Bitcoin, of Litecoin, of Digibyte, of these finite assets, the certainty that we know how much there is, we don't have to worry that there's going to be an asteroid that contains a bunch more Litecoin that they're going to mine out. No, can't happen.
Right.
And so as we're moving into this digital age that we have to go into, if we're going to go all sci-fi, if we're going to survive as a species, Digital money is key. It's a necessary thing. You can't pay with silver to somebody in Africa or somebody in Europe. How are you going to get the silver there? And the thing is, you know, it's good to have. I love silver, but I know that more can be mined out and more can be found. And that happened in Nevada, you know, in the 1800s, you know, to where it's like, oh crap, you know, look at all this silver that we found. Well, it devalues all the silver that you're holding. It's like, son of a bitch, you know, I'm holding this silver, you know, there's only so much, and then boom, they find a bunch more. And so it devalues what you have because there's more that comes into the market, you know. And so with cryptocurrencies, the real ones, it's locked in. You know how much there is, and you know how many people there are. So as more people wake up and realize the value and the utility that it has, there's only so much to go around. And so that's where I have the confidence in it. It doesn't have to be backed by anything. It's backed by math. It's backed by the actual number that can that can ever exist. And you know what that number is. To me, it's exactly. It's a no-brainer to me. To me, and I'm not, you know how I am, you know how I live. I drive a freaking old digibug that I keep fixed up. You know, I wear flip-flops that cost $1. I wear tank tops that cost $1. And it's like, you know, I'm cheap. You know,
shorts that cost $1 till they blow out.
Shorts that are ripped all the way up the side, you know, right now, you know, and the underwear hanging out. You know, yeah, you've seen them. And, you know, it is what it is. Dogs chewed up on my flip-flops. I don't care. I'm still wearing them.
Oh, Lord.
I know, right? But, you know, that's who I am. And so, you know, I like things. I want to hold on to real things. I don't want to let them go. But this digital thing's new for me. But once I got it, I got it. Once I learned the truth, and I know what a truth protocol is, and I know what it is, I know that it can't be changed. It's a no-brainer to me. So, you know, I look at it. I talked about the ratio of silver to Litecoin right now. You can get 2 silver eagles. I saw people talking in the chat, you know, I bought my silver eagle at this or that. Right now, you go out and buy a silver eagle. It's going to cost you like 26, 27 bucks. Spot price is $20. It might cost you $30, whatever it is. But when it gets to the point where I can take 2 silver eagles and get 1 Litecoin for it, I'm buying Litecoin with those silver eagles all day long. To me, I understand what that value is. Because at some point, I'm going to take 1 Litecoin. I'm going to buy 20 of those eagles back. I mean, I just know what it is. And so I feel fully confident, you know, giving up that real asset for this magic digital thing, because I know that this magic digital thing is limited in supply. There's only so much to go around. It's backed by math.
That ratio.
Yeah, I mean, it's math, it's code, you know, and I can use it. I can send it anywhere, and I'm going to verify whether or not it's legit or not. You know, it's fake. Litecoin's a severely undervalued asset right now at $50. It goes lower than 50. I'm going to call an Uber and drive me to the ATM, and I'm going to go buy some more. I'm going to take that cash.
Would you sell the digibug?
No, I wouldn't do that. That's a real asset I can't get rid of. There's just too much history. There's too much love there. I just can't do it because I need it, you know, because I need the car. You know, it's only, you know, you've seen it.
I've driven it.
I'll sign it. You know,
I couldn't figure out.
I'll sell it for I'll sign it and sell it for Litecoin, but it's got to be for the right Litecoin.
Yeah. I couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on.
I know, right?
All the way to town.
I know.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta go. I love you so much. I love our community. Thank you guys all for waiting and joining us in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. And please consider coming to Oklahoma City on August 5th and 6th and joining Bix Weir, the Road to Ruta crew, and us at Team Mighty. Hopefully Westwood and everyone else will join us there.
There's a chance.
We have like an amazing crew that will be there. I'm going to ask a few more people to join us and be our guests. We've got just a really great, amazing crew that'll be there.
Yeah, you need to get there.
Did get a few more seats from the venue. They opened up a few more seats for me. So we may be, depending on, I'm going to ask a few more VIPs to join me first, and then I'm going to see how many more tickets I can add to the seats to the event. So because Bix, once he launches it on his channel, I'm trying to like give up my channel time first for us to fill it up and let everybody here purchase,
because once he unleashes the Kraken, it's too late.
Yeah, so you guys grab your tickets and plan on joining us in Oklahoma City. like I said, it's just going to be an epic event, and we want you all to be there. So let us know. We're going to be celebrating life and freedom and honoring those people that set those great examples. I can't wait to share that all with you guys. So
I think there's a Westwood hat that's signed that's going to be up for auction too.
there
Isn't there?
is.
One
That
of
will
one.
be one of the
one.
auction events. Speaking of which, will you grab a Westwood shirt for me to go with that? I thought I'm going to make like a little package thing.
Yeah. I'll get you one. Yep.
And I thought that would be cool. And then I was going to do one of your pictures if there is another one. I don't know if there's any of those left.
There might be a few.
Okay. I thought that would be a cool thing if I did like a picture.
You know what we need to
and
do?
a hat. And
the picture that we
shirt.
took, I need to blow that up and bring that with you and me on the scooter.
Well, they don't want the one of you and me, just the
the
one of you and the hat and the shirt.
The old school, the original with the bull horns.
Well, you guys tell us in the comments below.
All right.
If you're watching this video, would you rather have
sponsor Westwood to get to OKC? Fix the
Yeah,
CV
and
joints
that
on the
too.
Digibug.
Yes.
No. All right.
Have
the original.
Let us know. Would you rather have the original Westwood picture with him with the horns and just Westwood on the Digibug with the shirt and the hat, or Lisa and Westwood on the? Are you going to do a 1 and a 2 thing so they don't have to write it out?
All right. That's the original.
So original pick.
Look at that.
With the, so there's a hat. Hold on. Which I've got it here and it's got like Westwood signed it, and it has, well, you can't really see because I've got all this stuff in it.
It's nice. It's got a teal Westwood on it.
Yeah, and he signed it. And then we're going to get a Westwood 2022 shirt to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be one silent auction item. And then I've got some other stuff. I've got a ballet wallet and a book from Bobby Lee. We've got some other stuff going on. But then, so do we want just the Westwood picture, or do we want the picture of me and Westwood on I don't even know where that picture is anymore.
You'd have to go to, I got it on my Twitter feed from last week.
Okay,
I haven't posted too much. You could probably find it pretty quickly.
Definitely could find it faster on yours than mine. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been on as much as
No, trust me, it's faster on mine.
Okay.
I haven't. Yeah. No, we've got some pretty good shots of the lovely Litecoin Lisa and the squatchy Clint Westwood on the scooter. You should play the video. I know you got to go though. We'll do that
I'm so tired.
some other time.
And now you have a bunch of. Oh wait, let's show Pearl's. Here's Pearl's artwork. Hold on.
Oh, yep. You got it.
Look
Yeah,
at this. This
there
is
it
so cool.
It's right over here on the chalkboard wall.
And look, she made a crack in. Does this girl know us or what?
I know she did that, on Saturday night. She came over and she said, I'm going to erase my other artwork and I'm going to make this. And, she's spent an hour
She
and did
loved
it.
that you left it for a whole year.
Well, yeah, I love it. That's not going anywhere.
You
Nobody's
left it
erasing
for a
that
year.
until next year. Then she can make a new one. That's like
And
an
you can
NFT
make
series.
an NFT every year.
All right. And put it on Litecoin NFTs. I should do that.
You should.
That's awesome that they're coming. See?
Yes.
Just pulling me there.
Oh, there we are.
There it is. Look at that.
So just
Look
the
at
one of
that.
Westwood, or just the one of me and Westwood.
Look
and
at
it will not hurt my feelings. So you guys let me know in the comments if you're
I
watching
don't
this
know.
video.
She adds a little flair to that scooter, I'm telling you.
Lord.
Lord, oh Lord. When there's
All right.
a crypto crisis, who are you going to call? You're going to call Clint Westwood and Litecoin Lisa.
We do need to redo that and not have
I
me
know.
giggling the whole time. And I need to say, oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Yes. Say, oh, Lord. Yes. They need sound money
Lord.
for the
They
digital
need
age.
sound money for
They
the
need
digital
a
age.
Litecoin.
Let's go. All right.
All right.
And you have to point it. And somebody gave me crap for pointing it up. And I was like, I knew where my people were I didn't point it straight up.
There
It
ain't
was
nothing out there.
Well,
Like
it was
Mitch's
out.
house.
It was forward and out, which is out over there. There are no people over there.
Nope.
So
No
I was
corn
not
was
pointing
damaged in the making of this video.
Yes, no corn was harmed in the making of this video.
You can't harm that GMO corn anyway. It's unstoppable. Trust me.
Yes. Anyway.
Head high by the 4th of July.
All right. You guys
All right.
take care. Love to all.
Love y'all.
We'll-
Trust yourselves because you know better than anybody else how to live this life. You were born to be here right now. Trust yourselves.
That's right. Cheers. Good night.